My whole house is on Medicaid. My husband, me, our baby daughter. Okay, we're all on Medicaid. Without Medicaid, I wouldn't be able to have the birth control in my arm that I have. Without Medicaid, I wouldn't be able to have the antidepressants that I have at no cost to me. Without Medicaid, I wouldn't be able to go to therapy to continue to be the mom I am to the 3 kids and 2 separate houses that I have to do. Without Medicaid, my daughter wouldn't be able to go and get her vaccines and go and get all of the things that she needs as an 18-month-old baby. Without Medicaid, my husband wouldn't be able to go and get the medications that he needs and the treatment that he needs for his disability. Without Medicaid, not a single person in my house would have health care. We are low income. Our only income is my husband's SSI. We're on food stamps. We use food pantries. Okay? Without Medicaid, we would never be healthy. And for us, it's not even like body, it's all mental. For my husband, for me, and then we have a baby who needs Medicaid for vaccines, who needs Medicaid for, I already have 2 children who are diagnosed with autism. So what if she ends up getting diagnosed with autism? We need Medicaid. We need Medicaid. And if you live in America, everybody deserves free healthcare. That's it. I just love you. Have a good day. My whole house.
Okay, so shout out to this brave woman right here, Cass Ben something garden. Y'all go follow her TikTok. I'll have her link down below if y'all enjoy her video and her content and her perspective. But I will say, this video kind of confused me. It was a lot of things that she said that they use Medicaid for that I wasn't even sure that, or that I wasn't even like aware that you could use with Medicaid. And as far as I understand, it's not being taken away, it's being reevaluated. They're changing a lot of things. My kind of perspective on the big beautiful bill that just got passed is a lot of it is about reevaluating how we're spending government money, and also when it comes to government assistance, we're trying to make it a pit stop like how it was supposed to be, instead of we're gonna be on this for life and you're never gonna be off Medicaid, you're never gonna be off food stamps, you're always going to be using government benefits, because that's what a lot of people who are on them do, right? Now, she said she's on antidepressants. She said we wouldn't be healthy without Medicaid, and they use food stamps. A lot of the things, like, I'm not dismissing her children needing certain stuff to, survive and get everything they need as a child and as a baby. All that makes sense, right? All your basic needs, that's what it's for. But when she said therapy and antidepressants, and she said something else too in the beginning there that, to me, without Medicaid, her birth controls is through Medicaid and all that stuff. And she also said she wouldn't be healthy without it. This doesn't look like the most healthy person to me. She could be. One thing people misconstrue is that somebody's size means they're unhealthy, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. And they are in a kind of a weird situation, just because she said their only income is her husband's disability, and that I'm guessing she's like a stay-at-home mom. But like a lot of the things when it comes to the government assistance, and I see why they are changing, is they want you to be working. They want you to eventually get a job and be able to take care of yourself at least somewhat, so they can reduce the benefits and we can reduce like the debt, right? Reduce the debt, because I think it's a good thing that we do have it, and everybody wants universal health care, but when with that comes at the cost of raising taxes and doing all this other stuff. Like, people just try to make it seem like it's just so simple to do these things, and that, like, yeah, because like I see it all as a privilege. I see government assistance as a privilege. I think that's what I'm trying to get to, in that a lot of the stuff that she is privileged to have birth control, she's privileged to have antidepressants, she's privileged to be able to go to therapy, which is like, go to the gym. A lot of that stuff, like, not the birth control, but the antidepressants and the therapy, you know, if she gets up, gets active, and gets moving, and, you know, works on herself, works on her health, and you know, gets into some type of self-improvement routine, a lot of this stuff she wouldn't even really need. She probably would be making more money and able to get a job and all these different things. Because if you got time to go to therapy and whatever else she does on the regular, it's like, basically your whole family is just sitting in the house living off your husband's check. That's dangerous to me. You know, you got kids that you can't afford, and you're in a very stuck position just depending on your husband's disability check. I'm not gonna lie. But let's see what like some of these comments are saying about this, because, you know, I didn't read the bill. I don't know what all it entails, but she's kind of acting like they're taking it away. But I see the first comment over here. It says this: let me say this loud and clear. Medicaid is not being taken away completely. It's being reevaluated for the people who are abusing and taking advantage of the assistance. Someone said, thank you for strengthening the case for Medicaid reductions. Why are we having children we can't afford? People with true disabilities are not getting their Medicaid taken away. Entitlement is real. Seems like you shouldn't have reproduced. She keeps saying without Medicaid, but what I think she means is without other people paying. That's basically what it is. And that's one thing a lot of people who aren't on Medicaid, who pay for their own health care, or the job pays for their health care, they, you know, it's like they are paying for your health care. You know, they are paying for your health care. And, you know, that's what our government chooses to spend our tax dollars on. So I'm not really even arguing against that. But my thing is, make it a pit stop. Make government assistance a pit stop. You know, if you need to get on it, get yourself together, and then eventually work to get off it so you can become a contributing member of society, right? You won't lose it if you're eligible to have it. 17 million illegal immigrants are losing their Medicaid because ineligible. And that's a big part about it. I don't think she is going to be affected too much. Like, maybe certain things, but them getting food and all that stuff is going to be okay. They're going to be okay. And I think you don't even have to have a job if your kids are under a certain age. I'm not sure. I have zero sympathy. I raised 4 kids on my own with zero assistance from the government. The comment section did not disappoint. Why is your entire house on Medicaid? Yeah, man, the comments ain't going with her. I'm trying to be, you know, nice with it, but to be honest, the comments are more so they being very direct. Maybe I need to be more direct with it, because I don't know. She just needs to get her shit together. She needs to lose some weight, you know, become a healthy member of society so she can inspire her kids to be healthier, you know, get a job, do something. I'm sure eventually your kids are going to start going to school. And if you and your husband are just literally like your whole household is living off the government, like, how are you paying rent? There's too many unanswered questions with this, too much victim mentality. Yeah, man, too much of all of that. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm gonna read this last one. Can we deport these kind of people versus the hardworking Latinos? That would make America great. Yeah, man. I don't think people are going for her sympathy train she's trying to start. But let me know what you guys think about this whole situation down below. If you're on Medicaid, if you ain't, I ain't gonna lie, I've been on government assistance and during my life food stamps, Medicaid, Obamacare, all that stuff multiple times throughout my life, but it's never been something my family has always been like, oh yeah, let's get Section 8. Oh, let's get food stamps. Did y'all see that video? Before we go, did y'all see that video of the mom telling her son, don't get a job because it's gonna mess up their government assistance? That's just crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. As always, love y'all. I'm out.